Good morning, welcome back to Mornings in the Lab, your favorite R-rated morning show experience. Oh yeah, baby, the rap guy's back. That's me, I'm Uncle Keith. Yo, yeah! What, Jimmy, what did he just say? Wow, I just said, hey, I'm Uncle Keith. Yeah, I'm the rap god. True story, look over my shoulder. I am Marshall Mathers. I am Eminem. Yeah, that's it. Remember, folks, this is not a, as the White Yeti said, this is not a Sesame Street experience. No. What's good, my brother? Good morning, Bernard. Don't even think about touching that snooze button, boys. It's Friday. We're getting after it here. You guys do that, you guys are going to be like all those losers that hit the snooze buttons every single day, and they're 9 minutes behind the guy that does it. And then the guy that adopted and changed his iOS settings on his iPhone, now he's snoozing for 15 minutes. And you're getting up. I know you. You're getting up and getting after it. Just like Bernard, just like Holroyd, just like Matt Roof, just like Lady Drew. Just getting up and getting after it. No obstacles. Attacking the obstacles. That's what you do. That's what you guys do. That's what we do here in the lab, guys. Yeah, every single day, 8 o'clock, Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, Marty, Jimmy, Matthew, the whole gang here. Today's episode's absolutely packed. It sure is. First up in the morning loop, we're going to dive into some provocative territory from the science behind why making noise. Yeah. This is the trailer for Quest for Fire with Jon Andersen and Keith Bilous. Yeah, the science behind why making noise in the bed tonight can boost your relationship and your life expectancy. I see Johnny laughing over there in the green room. He's just chomping at the bit or chomping at the cigar to get in. Yeah, and we're going to talk about the truth about calories versus bioavailability. I learned something new yesterday, and I didn't even have my boss around. No, listen, I've been hanging around with my boss for about a year now. If you guys don't know who my boss is, his name's John. Yeah, oh, true story. Yeah, so he's like, calories, I learned about bioavailability. And I think John's going to break it down for me today because he's all about simplistic stuff. And I bet you he's like, what the fuck is bioavailability, man? You just got to make food simple and put it into your body. Are you simply getting the nutrients you need? Well, we're going to talk about it today. Plus, we're going to ponder. Oh, yes, baby. I like pondering. I walk around and ponder. Like this. Johnny, I like this. I just ponder. Pondering. Oh, the music stopped. Just pondering. Ponder. That's Bernard, this is you, the bees. They just pondering. Oh, I see a bee over there. I'm going to ponder. Plus. Is the Earth about to spin much faster? Are days getting shorter? Days getting like, whoa, we're going to talk about it coming up today on the show. And hey, it's free for all Friday. Roofy's joining us at the bottom of the hour. Zeglin's joining us on the show. We're going to talk 25 business ideas to get you guys up off the couch and go make some money today. So Bernard, ears up. Oh, Lady Drew. I love it. Jimmy, let's bring in the boss himself, Jon Andersen.
Ready to dive in? Of course you are. It's Friday, it's live, and it's happening right now. Mita, welcome to Mornings in the Lab.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? The Morning Loop is here. And we did have Johnny, but John left. Yes, I think I might have offended John because I was calling him my boss. And, we don't have a dom-submissive relationship. No, so if y'all are thinking we got that kookiness here, no, this is not a sub-dom or top-bottom thing. No, it's just purely friends. Yeah, it's purely brothers. It's purely a couple dudes waking up and growing up in the 80s, chomping at the bit, lifting weights at Venice Beach. I was a much huger dude back then. I was huger. Yeah, huger. Yeah, true story. Oh yeah, baby. I was massive. I was just one of those bodybuilding guys. And then I was like, I aspired to be like a guy like Jon Andersen. Then I met him. Good morning, Roofy. Hey, Roofy, I enjoyed the show today. I noticed you put the Hey guys, speaking of, you guys know Matthew Roofy? Yeah, he's that guy that starts the morning show called Kindness Rising, 7:30 Eastern time, right here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends, the channel, and over there on the Kindness Rising channel. So if you subscribe to my channel, I invite you to go over there, and not my channel, our channel. If you subscribe to our Mornings in the Lab channel, I encourage you to go and subscribe to Maddie's as well. True story. Oh yeah, 7:30 Eastern time, right here every single time. He gets up, gets after it, and invites you guys to wake up the day with a dose of kindness, uncommon kindness. Yeah, that's it. I heard his conversation today about gratitude and gratefulness and all those good things. Jimmy, let's get to the comments. Let's see who's here today. Lady Drew. Oh, yes. I know you're being a smart-ass comedian, just like me, Drew. Just like me. Just like our conversation a couple days ago. I encourage everybody joining in to read between the lines of my humor. Oh, yeah. So, and if you're new here, good for you. Thank you. Welcome. Hey, you could join the conversation. Jimmy, how can they join the conversation, Producer Jimmy? Oh, we're going to talk about Producer Jimmy as I have a sip of my cup of coffee here, because I want to revisit yesterday's experience with Jimmy. Yeah. Jim, how can folks connect with us today on the show? How do you think?
You can join the show LIV right now. The number is 431-300-3005. Call, text, or leave a voicemail.
Join the Mornings in the Lab community by hitting subscribe. If you pay, Keith promises to get me better clothes.
It's at the morning.store. Keith, I might as well do everything for you.
All right. So there you go. You can join the conversation. 431-300-3005. Yep. 431. It's odd when Lady Drew is on the horizontal. I like the vertical much better because chat is transparent. That's interesting. I don't know what that means. 431-300-3005 to join the conversation. You want to call John? Yeah, you want to call John and ask him what he had for dinner last night? You can call him. 431-300-3005. I will answer the phone and pass it off to my boss. Yeah, true story. Jimmy, let's bring the boss up here. What's going on, boss?
Oh, damn. Sorry for the delay. Jesus Christ, I thought my machine was jamming up. It starts, our machines load up from doing the show. So I'm looking at trying to clear all my browsing data. And for some reason, the menus changed. I'm like, God damn it. And I look up at the Wi-Fi. Thank God my machine grabbed my neighbor's Wi-Fi. So it was on a very low. Anyway, how you doing, brother?
You know what? I'm great. I want to tell you why I'm great. So I had a later night than normal last night because I was working. And not that I was making different decisions. I just had a couple things I wanted to get done. All my morning plans are all good to go today. Got my morning Friday run in, got my lift in. Then Johnny, I looked at the clock and I was like, I feel like doing a hit situation. I just felt like I wanted to do some hit. And I'm like, it was like 42. It was 7:42, 6:42. I'm like, okay, do 10-minute hit. I get a shower and I can get it all done. And Johnny, I got it all done. I got it, baby. And I'm telling you that, and I'm only sharing not to brag. I'm only sharing to hopefully inspire. Because you know as well as I do, we look at the clock, we look at the day, and we think, fuck, 10 minutes. I'll just go here and wander around and I'll ponder and I'll wander. And then 10 minutes goes by and you haven't accomplished anything. Dude, I got that 10-minute hit in and I just want to brag or just encourage because it wasn't expected or planned. It was totally unplanned. So I just want to throw that out there, man. I'm feeling good about it.
That was good. I'm telling those mornings, you just got to keep moving. Move, baby. Yeah. Move.
Yes.
Move.
That's exactly.
Real quick, I got to change gears. Of course, I was coming in and out, so I couldn't hear all of what you're saying, but I need to apologize to everyone for that terrible, whatever the hell that was, where he was pretending to get off as like a trailer of Quest for Fire. Holy crap. I was embarrassed for him.
Oh, Johnny, Jimmy, I think we might have something to play to what John's referring to. We might be teasing something coming up later in the show. Why making noise during sex might transform your relationship. Jimmy, what do you have to say about that?
I think there's 100%. There's nothing worse than having, relations or sex or intimacy with someone who just fucking lays there and doesn't say a goddamn word.
Oh, nothing worse, right? Like a dead
fuck. It's like, is my shit not doing it for you, or what's the deal here? Or are you just not confident enough to fucking have some fun with me? And usually that's the case, so you gotta.
Yes.
That's why. I'm telling you, man. That's why I was always like the older ones rather than the younger ones when I was young.
Yes. I hear. Yeah, well, it's interesting, man. So I found some science that talks about why and making noise during intimate relations. What is it, Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky era? Intimate relations. Then what's this? I got Adam. I thought you might make a remake of the movie starring Uncle Keith, John, Marty, and Matt. Yeah, Quest for Fire, starring our boss, John. Hey, speaking of our boss John, I know AJ dropped it a couple days ago, and I had a look at it last night, dude. I certainly certainly enjoyed your Instagram reels from your weekend of fun with the family, man. Wow, did you guys look like you had a lot of fun? Like, honest to God, man, like that was. I don't know if you could have stuffed more fun into that reel. If you know what I mean. Like, it was.
I mean, this house, this lake house is designed for fun, man. I mean, it's like the whole. I mean, there's a lake in the back. The guest house is in the back. There's the beach. Yeah. Then there's the pool in between the guest house and the main house, but it's kind of tucked away from the lake. So, like, when we want to have fun just with our family, not with everybody out on the lake, we come back there. It's it's designed for having a lot of fun here.
It looks exceptional. I also want to. We got Roofy with his getup on today, which is great. We're bringing Roofy in a few moments. Johnny, I found something you probably heard my riff. No, maybe you didn't because you were figuring out your internet. Dude, calories versus bioavailability. I know I don't like talking calories either, but I just found an interesting conversation around bioavailability, and I learned about it. And I know you're going to simplify it, but it just leans into: are you really getting the nutrients you need? And I know we're going to talk about processed shit and eat the good food, but I was reading, I was learning as Uncle Keith. I was learning, man. I'm like, holy fuck, I know an expert that can teach me more on this. So I want to talk about that today because.
And I've got a couple really good analogies to help people understand.
Yeah, because I kind of knew the word, Johnny, but not until I really started reading it yesterday. It just really emphasized, gas in the tank, fuel in the tank, quality of fuel, and so forth. And again, I know you talk about eating for purpose instead of pleasure. I thought that'd be something fun we can get into today, because I think there's a lot of good learnings there, especially as we head into the weekend and into the summer weeks. Speaking of the weekend and summer weeks, I also found a fun conversation. Dude, do you do long haul travel every now and then. I know maybe not so much now, but I know back in the days you did. And I know I've done a lot of international travel. If we have some time, I found a conversation around ways to just pack for long distance travel, right? Just ways to maybe get yourself organized if you're going to do some long distance.
I had a system for that too, brother.
I know you did. Yeah. So that's going to be an hour or two conversation if we have some time for it. I also got online business ideas that folks, we talk again on the show about getting up, getting after it, side hustles and so forth. I got 25. We'll get to maybe 25 online business ideas we can dig into as well here today to throw on the table. It's free for all Friday. Just going to throw a bunch of stuff on the table to get into. I chucked the accountability checking off the table here today. And then Johnny, is the earth about to spin much faster? Days are getting shorter, days are getting longer.
Dude, Terry told me about that last night.
Yeah.
She said that the earth is making different vibrations and some fucking current completely changed directions.
Yes. So I got some fascinating stuff on that as well. So
dude, that's fucking for people that real quick, for people that understand that, check this out. We all know what a river looks like. It has corners, right? And the water kind of makes the banks and whatnot. Imagine if that fucking river all of a sudden started flowing the other way. Think of how that would change the banks of that river. Now put that onto a mass scale for the ocean.
Yes.
It's going to change a lot of shit.
100%. So I guess there's 3 days. July 9th was one of them. A couple days ago was the shortest day of the year, July 9th. And then we got, I think July 22nd is another one coming up here, Johnny, that says going to be a shorter day. And then we got a couple longer days. So actually, curiously, I was concerned about you, actually. I was thinking,
me.
I was thinking my brother here is going to have an extra few minutes, an extra few seconds and less seconds in the day. And I was wondering how you were going to maybe adopt that into your schedule. Like, you're going to have 1.36 milliseconds extra and 1.46 milliseconds less. And,
I'll tell you why that I didn't even know that. Because I don't stay focused. I try not to register my success in numbers, because when we focus on numbers, we get distracted.
Dude, you always
any kind of number, you fucking name it. Doesn't matter.
You bastard.
Name a number. Name a number. And let's discuss if it's not distracting.
You always weave yourself into my life. I was on my run today on the old tread, and the dude's like, jack up the incline. Who did I see? Jon Andersen's face on my incline because I didn't see the number. True story. I'm like, didn't see the number. I just did it because if I saw the number, it became harder. Think about that, guys. If I saw the number and registered the number, it became harder. So I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know the number. I'm just going to start running uphill. I didn't care if it was 2, 3, 5, or 7. And dude, pardon me language, you motherfucker. I'm like, this Andersen guy, just his face like all over my house. Got a face on the incline, got a face on the eggs in the fridge. I got a face of you on the pantry to make good decisions. You don't know the influence you've had on me, Mr. Andersen.
I'm telling you, it's so fucking crazy, brother. It's like I get myself caught in that. Like just recently, I got myself caught into into a numbers thing. You know, actually, when my buddy fucking gave me a possible investment opportunity, I fucking missed it because I was drinking.
Yeah, you were
I started calculating numbers like holy shit, look where this would be now. Look where it was going to be in a year. And my mind went fucking bananas on numbers, dude. And it really fucking turned my thought process on its fucking head. All of a sudden, FOMO starts getting in there. I'm like, whoa, dude, whoa. Happiness is not made around these thought processes. You're never going to fucking catch it. Every raindrop, so to speak.
Ever. Dude, if I would have bought Tesla stock instead of the Tesla Roadster,
totally.
We wouldn't be having a conversation right now, frankly, because I would be somewhere. I'd be owning an island somewhere with the money I spent on the Roadster, right?
Brother, the universe would have led us together one way or the next.
I absolutely agree. Yes, I know we would have found each other. Yeah, we probably would have found that roofie guy sitting in the green room. Speaking of finding, I know that you don't like my rants, and I can appreciate it, but I got a fun one for you, man. You're gonna love this one, and it's it's the fucking funny one. So, guys, you can call our show here, and here's Jimmy. Here's a segue, and coming up after this, we're gonna get into calories and bioavailability. But guys, you can get a hold of the show 431-300-3005. Yeah, 431-300-3005. Just like lawmakers in the United States decided to pick up the phone, Johnny, and send a letter to the United States to the Canadian government, and it went like this. Hello? Yes. Our Americans like to enjoy summer, and because of your wildfires in your country, our Americans are having a tougher summer. So could you guys do something about your wildfires? Really? Hold on, God, can you drop some water on our wildfires so our American friends can have a better summer? Are you serious? Like, honest to God, government officials are like, yes, we're not having a good quality of life because you guys are having your fires out of control, even though we're sending our Canadian firefighters down to battle wildfires in California. Hey, I thought that was funny and so trivial and so ridiculous that, yeah, I know you're shaking your head. I'm shaking my head at both sides of the border. Like, people that nothing,
yeah, 100%.
Like, honest to 100%.
God,
honest to God. Funny
well, you know what it is because it's really when you're worried about dumb shit like that, what you're not worried about is the fucking problems that you should be dealing with within yourself.
Yes. Hey, Johnny, you know, AJ is afraid of the ocean, eh? And we got AJ joining us in the show today. And
he's afraid of the ocean.
Yeah, no, he's afraid of what's underneath.
What's underneath the ocean?
Yeah, like he's afraid of what happens underneath the water. He's like, oh, like this massive body of water.
Well,
like,
brother, I remember I told you I kind of fucking remember how I was freaked out by the barges and shit, you know?
There's a clip, the big monster. Yeah, I'm freaked out by the barges and shit. Well, listen.
Oh, dude.
Some scientists, Johnny, dropped the cow to the bottom of the sea. And I bet you don't know what happened. I got some video that's revealing some never before seen.
Well, the pressure way down there would do something. Fuck.
Well, you know what it did to Ocean summers ago? It fucking blew up that whatever that was, that submarine that happened down there a couple of years ago there in Ocean Gate. So yeah, the pressure is crazy. But yeah, so scientists dropped the cow to the bottom of the ocean, and we're going to show you what happened to it next. But Jimmy, let's do this. Let's get to the calories and bioavailability discussion. And when Roofie is ready, bring Roofie in here. It's Free for All Friday. Again, to those of you that want to join the show, I invite you to join the show, especially my members. Holroyd, Bernard, Lady Drew, who else is out there? You guys want to join the show? I invite you to do that. I'll bring you up on the call. I'll bring you guys up on the show here either through video or join the show through a call here. But Jimmy, let's run the clip on the calories and bioavailability.
Smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your comments. The Underground King and the boys at Mornings in the Lab are just getting started.
Ever wonder why your gym buddy packs on muscle effortlessly while you're stuck spinning your wheels? You're eating the right foods, downing shakes, but your body's only absorbing a fraction of those nutrients, and the rest, you're literally flushing it away. Groundbreaking new research is uncovering exactly which protein sources your body craves, and which popular ones might actually be robbing you of gains. The secret isn't eating more, it's making what you eat count. We'll reveal simple tweaks that turn your diet into muscle-building fuel. Stick around, because once you unlock this nutritional code, every rep, every meal, and every workout changes forever. The secret isn't eating more, it's making what you eat count. We'll reveal simple tweaks that turn your diet into muscle-building fuel.
Set this up. So bioavailability, as I was learning about it yesterday, refers to how nutrients, how efficiently nutrients from foods are absorbed and used by the body. It ensures that
I got an analogy that's going to help everybody understand this. It's so fucking, it's kind of a, it's a little bit of an eye opener when you start to realize how this shit works. So,
but Johnny, hold on, John. Let's do this. Let's just pause for a quick second and bring in the guy with the hat and the glasses on here. We got Matthew Roof joining the show here today. What's shaking, Roofy?
What's up, fellas? Free for all Friday. I'm trying to match Keith's vibe with my hat and glasses. I'm getting into
what's the fox, brother? What's the fox on the shirt?
That's my fox, man. That's my uncommon kindness fox, man. He represents curiosity and he represents being a little bit of a prankster. So that's what I'm doing today.
I love it. I love it. Matthew Roof, 7:30 Eastern Time, Kindness Rising, the guy to get you up with some nice, kind conversation before Keith and John ruck it up with conversations that sound like Quest for Fire and shit like that. We're talking understanding bioavailability. Maddie's favorite movie, Quest for Fire, growing up. I just know it was. Maddie, do you know what bioavailability is before we start? Matt, do you know what bioavailability is?
No, but I'm going to learn today.
Yes, I'm excited about it. Johnny, let's turn it over to you, brother. Let's lead this conversation, boss, on bioavailability, please.
Well, bioavailability, what it means. So we're going to boil it down. Bioavailability means, can your body actually get nutrient from the food, right? So processed foods, the bioavailability is much less for two reasons. Because A, it's processed, and because it's processed, there's much less nutrient to get. Okay.
Right.
But so when people count calories, what they're doing is they're counting something that's very non-descriptive, if you will. So let's make an example.
Yeah.
You got a race car. Okay.
Yeah.
And you want that race car to perform. That race car is your body. All right. Yes. Now we have all of these gallons of liquid. We don't know what the liquid is. Each gallon represents a calorie. Okay. So let's say we got some gallons of water, we got some gallons of kerosene, we got some gallons of race car fuel, we got all sorts of gallons of liquid.
Yeah.
Which gallon of liquid is going to matter to that race car?
It's providing the value.
You put kerosene in there. Kerosene, fuck, it might run, but not very well. Water, it probably won't run at all. Should say probably it won't run at all. The race car fuel, you're going to win the race. So when you think calories, you're counting a bunch of kind of unknown units. If that makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So if I was to use,
it's just a measure. It's a measurement is all it is. It doesn't tell you anything about what you're measuring.
For instance,
it's like say I've got 10 feet of, what do you got? You got 10 feet of cock, or you got 10 feet of 2x4?
Right. So what we really want is again, I'll use my prop, Johnny, that I've been sitting on my desk for a year and a half. It's still not open. So let's just say this thing has whatever 600 calories in it. 599 of them are of no use to my body. Like they do no value to my body.
There's very little use other than your tongue is the only use that you have there. It pleases your tongue. Yeah, doesn't please your body.
Yeah. So for instance,
your tongue is very happy with those units of measurement. Your body is going, okay, when are you going to give me what I need?
Yeah.
You selfish motherfucker.
Yeah.
Maddie, what are your thoughts on this bioavailability conversation, brother?
I'm listening, and what came to my mind here is the snack food industry, right? Yes. We see all these 100-calorie packs, right?
Yes.
100 calories is shit. It doesn't matter, right? If you're going to eat 100 calories, why don't you eat 100 calories of something that's going to give your body some nutrients and some fucking fuel, right? Like 100 calories, it sells. But are those little Snackwell cookies? Oh, here's a cookie. It's 100 calories.
Yes.
What's it doing for you? So that's what came to my mind.
Well, that's a great way to too. If you could,
so that's the marketing behind it. Oh, you're only eating 100 calories, but you may as well not eat a thing.
Precisely.
Yeah. So think like this. Your body's like a science experiment in the regards it reacts differently to everything you put in it. So if your body's going to react different to 100 calories of red meat, say ground beef, versus 100 calories of table sugar, two completely separate reactions. Which reaction are you looking for?
Exactly. Yeah, no, I get it. I think that's, it's interesting, right? I talked about like my experience with marketing growing up, watching those cereal commercials as a kid on cartoons, and stuff. It's amazing how we've been brainwashed around this idea of good. What's good for
food is a business in America.
Like what's good for my body, right? Versus I like it. You said it last week or whatever. I say I like it, but does my body like it?
Your comment on the 100-calorie snack packs there, it sticks with me because Lauren had an opportunity. Johnny, you'll appreciate this. Lauren had an opportunity to do some work with Nestle, and she declined it for exactly what you talked about, Matt, because she doesn't believe in those. She doesn't believe in eating packaged food. It's like I can't find myself going to a store and encouraging John's. I'm not going to go to the store and put a bunch of packages on the middle shelves because I want Jon Andersen's family to buy the food. And I love that about her because she's like, her principal is like, no, I'm not going to go. And it was a high-paying job. And she's like, I'm not going to do that because I don't align with somebody putting those products on the shelf to sell Andersen's family these 100-calorie snack packs when she knows it's all wrong. Johnny.
Well, you know, I think that if I'm not mistaken, I think Nestle is fucking owned by one of the big tobacco companies. So what does that tell you? Where's the interest there?
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. So, guys, I want to invite you to do this. I mean, you guys hear us talk about it often on the show, actually daily. But prioritize foods known for high bioavailability. What are they? Lean meats. And think about it. You know, and it's obvious. You are what you eat, right? If you're eating cow, you're eating meat. There's nothing in it. It's meat. So prioritize lean meats, eggs, dairy, and seafood, and then pair foods strategically with vitamin C-rich foods with plant-based iron to enhance absorption. And, you know, we talk often about Arnold here on the show. And, Johnny, I'm not sure if you've been seeing some of his recent content coming out, but he's leaning embracing as much of the plant-based diet as possible, as he's learning, and science is telling us that as we age, there are increasing benefits of eating more plant-based protein and so forth. The reality is, guys, eat real food. Johnny, just eat real food. That's just what it comes down to: real, whole ingredient food. And Matt, I want to put you on the spot here, and this is not to call you out; it's to encourage and support. I know you and I have talked off show about our struggles in front of the fucking pantry, especially in the evenings. How's your journey, brother? How you making up? Especially now with your morning show and getting some sleep and stress. And how's that evening battle with the pantry, Matty Roof?
It's going well for a couple of reasons. One is stop buying the shit.
Yes.
Right. That's the first place to start.
Yeah. When your environment supports your goal, it's much easier.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And the other is exactly what you just said, which is doing my morning show every day has gotten me into this rhythm. I'm getting to bed at a different time. I'm waking up about a half hour earlier than I have before. But getting that consistent sleep has been key. I've got a question though. You're talking about protein, and I know John's probably got an opinion about this. Just like carbohydrates or sugars are not the same as proteins. Not all proteins are built the same either, right? So you're talking about vegetable proteins, you're talking about meat proteins. Even within those categories, meat proteins, what's the difference between chicken and beef? Or beef that's been treated with hormones versus beef that's organic? I'm interested in bioavailability impact.
Well, here's another. Let's put another analogy on the table for that one.
Oh, good one.
Good.
Let's do it.
So let's put another analogy on the table for that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got two cars, right? Both have 200 horsepower.
Yeah.
One of them is a Porsche. The other one is, say, a Hyundai, right?
I got the Hyundai.
That's right. So they both have 200 horsepower, but we all know, everyone knows that the Porsche is going to win in that straight ahead race because it's a better 200 horsepower. You look, there's cars all the time that have the same horsepower, but they don't perform the same on the track. That's because the number doesn't always equate to the quality. So, perfect example, a protein is the same way. When you look at, a complete protein is 22 branches. So imagine I'm a Martian, I got 22 fingers up, not 10, it's 22. So beef looks like this, right? You know, chicken might look like this, but the more fingers are up, the more complete. When you get into plant stuff, you're looking at fucking this shit because it's very incomplete. Now, people are going to argue, oh, you could put these different proteins, this different plant-based proteins together. and you can make a more complete protein. Not arguing that you can maneuver, but it's very difficult to create a complete protein. The only food that we know as human beings on this planet that is a complete protein is a whole egg. The only fucking one has all 22. All fucking fingers are standing straight up.
Yeah, and we've broken it down.
So if we were on a deserted island and God said to the three of us, you can have one, you're going to be here for a couple of years, fellas. You can have one food and it's unlimited. I'd say, God, well, first I'd tell you two to shut up so you didn't fuck up our one request. And then I'd say, God, we want unlimited amounts of whole, boiled, peeled eggs, and we would be just fine. The only thing we'd be missing is vitamin C, literally.
Hey, you're hanging out with Keith and John and Maddie on Mornings Live with Keith and John every single day, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Hey, guys, have you ever felt like the days are just flying by?
Oh, my
Remember,
God,
folks, this isn't Sesame Street, so headphones in or kids out. We're here as your daily accountability partner.
What if the technology you depend on every single day could be disrupted by changes so small you can't even perceive them? Most men dismiss tiny improvements as meaningless, yet we rely on precision systems we never think about, until they fail when we need them most. Atomic clock research reveals that imperceptible changes in natural systems create massive ripple effects through the technology infrastructure that runs our modern lives. The same principle applies to your daily habits. Small, consistent changes compound into breakthrough transformations. But beware, the smallest bad habits compound too, silently sabotaging your success in ways you won't see coming until it's too late. Start measuring progress in milliseconds, not milestones, because precision is the real power behind lasting change.
I see you there in the comments. Thanks for joining the show here. We're getting into some conversation coming up in a few minutes. 25 online business ideas to get you guys off the couch making some money, and it might have to do with bees. One of them, Bernard, also in the comments as well. Lady Drew, everybody here. Hey, come join the conversation on Free for All Friday. 431-300-3005. Come give a call, drop a text, drop a voicemail. Guys, atomic clocks tracking Earth's rotation since the 50s indicate a noticeable trend toward shorter days. Earlier this week, that's why Johnny was out of sorts. On July 9th, we had a shorter day, 1.5 milliseconds shorter. True story. And then Maddie, coming up on July 22nd, another day, 1.5 seconds shorter. And then again on August 5th, another 1.5 milliseconds shorter. Dude, how are you going to handle these shorter days, Matthew Roof?
I know. I don't know. I'm going to have to maybe set a different alarm or maybe have an extra cup of coffee to make up for that 1.3 milliseconds. But here's the thing, whether it's 1.3 milliseconds more or less, I'm making everything I can of each one. So I'm not really too concerned about it, but because I just get up and get after it every day. Yes. and make everything that I can of each one of those seconds.
Well, what I thought was fun about this, though, is that, these small shifts, milliseconds, remind us that change is constant. And I thought it was relevant because of the story I told Johnny when I kicked the show off. I was about to head upstairs to my normal shower, get ready for show, looking at the clock. Okay, I got about a 10, 12-minute window here that I could either waste it or I could do something with it. I wouldn't got a hit situation. I did sprints for 10 minutes. But to me, it leaned back to like these milliseconds, right? So I found a millisecond here, found a millisecond there. And I so agree with John that you get caught up in the numbers, they can kill you. But when you find extra time in the day, which we're always talking about here, Matt, that extra time, you can do wonders with extra time, just like losing time can also just mess up your life as well. So guys, embrace the extra time coming July 22nd and August 25th, an extra 1.5 seconds of Maddie, you can sleep longer, you Mr. Morning Show host this morning.
Yeah, right. I'm going to get a little bit of extra rest. Maybe I'll be bringing a different energy that day because of all that extra time I've found. I'll probably use it to be thinking about something new or exciting. Maybe I'll read a full sentence.
A full sentence, eh? Hey, coming up, I want to get into a conversation about 25 online business ideas. Jimmy, let's get into this one here. Let's get into the deep dive here for the rest of the show here. We're going to do the Jon Andersen lifestyle tip in about 10 minutes, and then we'll get AJ Zeglin coming in. We're going to talk about does moaning in bed improve the sex life? We didn't get to the dark personality discussion yesterday. I'm going to throw that on the table as well. But Jimmy, let's run the intro for the online business ideas, and let's just start having a conversation.
Your daily accountability partner is here. Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends, because real men forge themselves in the underground.
What if everything you've been told about succeeding in online business is built around a lie so fundamental, most entrepreneurs never see it coming? Every day, thousands of men launch into digital entrepreneurship equipped with the same tools, same resources, and same hunger for success. Yet, 90% hit the same invisible wall. New research analyzing millions of digital nomads uncovered a surprising pattern separating winners from everyone else. And it's not about money, ideas, or timing. But here's the catch: recognizing this pattern isn't enough. Today, we're peeling back the curtain to reveal exactly what the top 10% do differently, and why the rules you've been playing by might be holding you back.
Off the couch or online when you're not even going anywhere. I want to have a fun, light conversation with the boys here right now. Business ideas that you can get up and get after it and make some money here today in 2025. And I thought we'd have some fun with this one here today. So the first one I got to throw on the table here, guys, and Johnny, you use one of them, maybe use a few of them, virtual assistant services. Johnny, you use a VA, don't you? You have a couple of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a handful of them. Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Is it my shit all messed up?
Yeah.
I'm here, but I think you guys are having a hard time seeing me. Am I here?
Yeah, I think you might be having a little bit of a delay there, maybe. I'm not really sure. Yeah. So, John, it's AI Keith. I know you've got $1 million.
Should I try to clear my machine real quick?
Your
I thought it
webcam
was the
thinks you're in
Wi-Fi,
witness
but
protection.
maybe it's not.
Do us a favor. Hit that focus button, or at least tell us what it's like living in 144p. If you want to step out and do a refresh, do that. Why don't you come back on here? Well, Jimmy will step Johnny out here. We'll do a refresh here. Maddie, so let's get into some of our conversation on online business ideas. So virtual assistant services. Do you have a VA? Have you hired a VA? Have you used them before?
I have not. I know a lot of people are. I know a few. I've interacted with them. And I know that there's tremendous benefits to having support. Everything that I'm building right now, I'm kind of building on my own, although I've gotten my kids and my family involved. They're my RAs, reality assistants. I don't know. I see the benefits, and I'm positive as I build uncommon kindness that I'll be looking for support, and that'll be one of the channels I'll be looking down.
I find this interesting, actually, because I think that, the VA space is changing rapidly with these agents being released. Perplexity launched the comment browser yesterday, and it's like every 24 hours, my mind gets blown by these tools that keep emerging. Grok 4. So here's what I find fascinating, Maddie, with the VA market, right? So Grok 4 was launched this week, and it's $300 a month US to use the package. That's the price of some VAs. The reality, and what I find is that it's very much repricing the market. Right. Next one, social media management. I think maybe what we're going to have some fun with is that, okay, VA, human or AI? Well, maybe AI, a bit of VA. Social media management. I built my life in the back of social media management. That is something, Matt, there's big opportunities still in the world of social media management. Thoughts on that?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a growth. We've shifted, right? The tides have shifted towards social media. I'm leaning into it, leaning into the AI platforms and technology to do that. But it still requires human intervention. It's still human thought that goes into it, and I know there's unbelievable opportunity. I'm focusing my business around nonprofits and charities, social impact organizations. Those are organizations that tend to be a little bit behind just because of budgets. So as I work with the organizations, I'm going to be looking to provide support for social media management because there's so much out there available.
Some of we're talking online business ideas to help you guys get up and get after and make some extra cash here on Free for All Friday. Mornings and Live with Keith and Friends. I'm your host, Keith Bilous. Over there is Maddie Roof, who gets a. Yeah, good English this morning, Mr. Bilous. Maddie has a brand new show, 7:30 Eastern time, called Kindness Rising. What's it about? It's about being mean. No, it's about being kind. Yeah, it's about being kind. It's a whole reason to get up and put kind, affirmative, positive thoughts in your head. And hey, speaking of, we're talking business ideas to get up and get after here today. Maddie, one of the business ideas that folks can get after is starting a live conversational show. So my notes say start a podcast. I'm like, no, this what are these notes made in 1980? No, we want to invite you. Keith and Matt want to invite you to join the Bapple Network. Maybe you're a business coach. Maybe you're an athletic coach. Maybe you're a performance coach. Maybe you're a lifestyle coach. Maybe you're somebody within the industry who wants to get a message out there. Well, if you want to own the conversation, you start the conversation. And then you set it every single day like myself and Matt. Well, you could join the Business Athlete Performance Lab live conversational network, anchored by the Mornings in the Lab show, started by myself and Matt Roof and the gang here. So that is an opportunity for you guys too. So don't launch the podcast. No. So Matt, it's funny because all my notes here, I got blogging and newsletter. Well, no, it's not 1970. And then launch a podcast. No, it's not 1990. No, come start a live show and come get on the network with myself and Matt Roof. Thoughts on that, brother?
Absolutely. It's a show. It's not a podcast. It's the future. Podcasts are dead, right? How many podcasts get started? People put 4 or 5 episodes out or whatever it may be. And like you and I talked about earlier this week, the microphone is collecting dust. I'm going to benefit from that as I build my technology and move into this world of live conversation.
Yes.
It's going to be the real differentiator. What you're building, what we're building is the future. And we'd love to have people come in and spread their message that are aligned with our pillars of excellence here at the Business Athletes Performance Lab. We've got some great opportunities coming up. I know we've got we got the third hour coming up. We've got a few people that are going to bring some relationships. So, excuse me.
And you know what, Matty?
Come join a live conversation. Start a live conversation. Own the conversation.
And you know what, Rufy? I'll tell you something. Bernard here, who I think joined your show this morning as well. He's a regular here in the lab here. I was very fortunate to have a great conversation with Bernie here a couple of days ago. The dude's in the bee business, and I don't know how much you know about bees, but I'm fascinated by the whole thing. It's when you look at the hierarchy of life, right, and how bees impact the ecosystem of life, dude, we take them for granted, man. And I bring it up because there's a business there in the bee business. You guys want to get in the bee business? Go knock on. You come join our show, and I'll introduce you to Bernard there. But I also bring it up because Bernard, Matty, is in the on-demand printing business, the drop shipping business. I think he's in some of that stuff as well. So on my list of online business ideas today was 2 of them: a drop shipping store and a print on demand store. Easy to set up. I did a little bit of research before I started this live stuff, Matty, on doing a drop shipping store, but I realized it wasn't going to fulfill my enormous desires to create something magnanimous. So I was like, no, I'll go do something ridiculous and start a media company in 2025. Yeah, because we know how easy they are to build.
Yeah, right. Yeah, super easy. Just whatever. We'll just all we need is a pen and a paper, and we're all set. Now we're having a lot of fun doing it. It's amazing technology. This drop shipping thing. So I spend a lot more time on social media than I ever had before since I started working here and doing this stuff. The number of opportunities that are out there that fall into my feed are crazy. And sometimes I get confused by the models. Like, what are we trying to do here? What are we trying to accomplish? I know it's completely disruptive to the world. But what I wanted to talk about is those online businesses. How many of them are bullshit? How many of them are real? I haven't figured it out, but I know what we're building here is very real. So
yes, absolutely. I'll tell you an opportunity that just comes to me here off my list here. Hey, Johnny, I see you on Vertical, pal. I think you need the IKEA. Jimmy's giving me shit. He's like, I only got Johnny on Vertical. He must not be reading the IKEA instructions. Matty, it's like the guy just. Is it his first day on the job? Like
it is. Like you said, you never done this before, or what?
He's supposed to be my boss. Oh, here he is.
Well, we all know that the boss doesn't know what they're doing, right? So
the boss never knows what he's doing. He's just busy delegating.
My machine, I swear to God, I did a restart, and it's like everything is fucking back to normal. I think I just need to do that every couple of weeks.
I got to tell you something, Anderson. As you and I have been doing our show together, and as we hang out every single day, like, the friends in my circle, my network, are like, you and Anderson really got something going on. And I got to tell you, as every day goes by, it's like this chemistry keeps coming alive. And it's like, you guys just throw each other. And like, do you guys talk off? Like, no, actually, our relationship has been come to life right in front of all you guys. So it's been a lot of fun.
Well, see, check this out. This will be interesting.
Yeah.
See, when you marry me, so to speak, then you're gonna get an even bigger, badder version of me.
Oh,
it's a cryptic message. Do you understand what it means?
I do.
Do you?
My question is,
this is good. This is good, man. He knows what I'm talking. It's inside as can be. This joke, I love it.
Hey,
that was good, wasn't it? Was that good or what?
Hey, Jimmy, I wonder if that was the time. No, I think we got to wait for Zeglin to come here before we bring in the conversation about making sounds in the bedroom. We're talking top and bottom with Keith and John.
But I was real quick. I was thinking about this. When the time comes when you do marry me, which I know is coming.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Then you got to understand. Then you got to understand when people see us side by side, right? They're going to think, "Oh, look at this unique couple," and they're immediately going to think that you're the catcher. So you've got to just you got to become okay with that right now. It just comes with the territory.
I have to be okay being the catcher. That's my weekend job, Maddie, to just accept that acceptance that I'm going to be the catcher. We're talking online business ideas with John and Matt and Keith here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends. Coming up, AJ Zeglin. We're going to talk dark personality traits. We're going to talk about what happens when you drop a cow in the bottom of the ocean, and we're also going to talk about the benefits of making sounds in the bedroom and not being silent. So we're going to continue with some of our online business ideas. It's funny because I'm looking at this list here. I got to be honest, I don't think I researched it very well because all these ideas, they're fucking gone to AI, man. I'm like, oh yeah, AI. It's just it all here. But one of them, voiceover work, nope, done by AI. I don't think anybody, sell stock photography, nope, done by AI. Subscription box business would be pretty good. Influencer personal brand, that's a good one, I think, because there's never been a better time to build a personal brand for yourself and never an easier time. But Matt, I'll tell you something, brother. As you know, I've been creating some cool content with some of the video platforms, Veo and Halio and so forth, right? There's an opportunity there where there's companies that don't know how to make that stuff. So go to your local business, knock on the door and say, hey, I made you this video. I'll give it to you for free. It's like a motion picture because you're a landscaping company. Oh, I want that. I'll give you 2 weeks of content for free, but then I'll charge you $1,000 a month for it. Right. Yeah. Because I take for granted how easy it is to make these things. But I'm telling you, man, we can make really cool videos for a lot of, like, for example, Bernard, I can make some really cool content to help sell your bee business. Right. And so there's business there for folks that are interested in doing some interesting social media manager stuff here.
Absolutely. The opportunities are just kind of endless. And because the technology is evolving so fast, not anyone can really keep up with all of it except for Keith Bilous. And so we have a unique proposition there with that. And what I love about what you're building with it is the genuineness of it, right? So many people are using AI and doing it, but it's a bunch of bullshit, right? It's a bunch of slop, as you say. And finding out how to use that and use it properly is the key. So maybe you're onto something there with those opportunities for people. Showing how to really use AI.
Lady Drew is never silent in the bedroom. Lady Drew can sing soprano, coming to us here in the comments, which is that's a wonderful benefit.
How hard you squeeze.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. And then of course we got Bernard coming in. I did not know. Well, I learned this when I was talking to Bernard a couple of days ago. Bee subscriptions are a thing. So you can subscribe to bees, I guess, in some sort. Well, not subscribe to bees, but you can be part of like a bee collective. So if you want to own like a beehive or a bee colony, you can be part of a bee collective and collect your checks every single month. To do that,
do you get the product or do you get the money from the sale? I think of farm shares, right? We've participated in those kind of things. Is it about the product or is it about the?
No, you just get stung.
Revenue stream.
It's just nonstop.
I'm not. Yeah,
just it.
I ran over a ground bee's nest with my.
Oh no.
A couple of years ago, and I don't even know how many stings I got. That was awful. That was apparently I've had a couple of mower incidents, and now that I talk about it, we talked about the fact that I hit rabbits.
I was wondering if you were going to bring that up.
nightmare, right, of running over this little tiny rabbit's nest, the pile of kittens or whatever. But you know, it was just absolutely devastating to hit those rabbits. And what's crazy is that the mother has been coming back. The mother keeps coming back looking for the babies, and it's just freaking heartbreaking. Like I know
brutal,
I'm a little softy about animals like that. That's why I wear the fox. But yeah, that was devastating. But we're talking about bees. Jerry Seinfeld made a movie about it, right?
He did.
The Importance of Bees. The Importance of Bees. My kids loved that movie when they were little, but they are literally, and I agree with you, Bernard, they are like the basis of life for us, pollinating flowers and moving stuff around. So without bees, we would not exist.
Yeah, I like bees. I'm a fan of bees. I know growing up, you know, you're kind of scared of them because they can hurt you. But when you start learning about the power of bees, like, yeah, I fucking love bees, man. I think they're a fascinating species. Hey guys, do you know anybody with dark personality traits? Matt Roof, Jon Andersen, like those. I think we all do.
Two of them.
And we all got them down deep. Shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We were going to talk about this yesterday.
Ever wonder if your dark impulses are steering your decisions? Down here in the underground.
What if every act of manipulation, cruelty, and deceit in human history stems from a single psychological factor that exists in all of us? You've encountered them: the friend who exploits your generosity, the partner who prioritizes their needs above everyone else's. You know something's wrong, but you can't quite put your finger on what drives these toxic behaviors. Studies of thousands reveal that this single disposition to prioritize personal gain over others' well-being accurately predicts lying, rule-breaking, and even violence. The breakthrough? You can now recognize these patterns early, establish healthier boundaries, and honestly assess your own motivations to create more authentic relationships. Understanding darkness doesn't mean embracing it. It empowers you to build brighter, healthier connections starting today.
Is by psychologists in Germany and Denmark that uncovered the D factor, a shared underlying trait at the core of humanity's most troubling behaviors, including narcissism, psychopathy, or is it psychopathy? Yeah, psychopathic.
Psychopathy, yeah.
How do you say that word? Sadism and manipulation. Psychopathy. This discovery reveals that while these
people
seem distinct, they all stem from a singular disposition, prioritizing personal gain and gratification, often at others' expense. Now, what happened, guys, is they surveyed thousands of individuals, assessing statements like, I will say anything to get what I want, or inflicting pain on others would be thrilling. Findings clearly indicate that higher D factor levels predict behaviors such as lying, rule breaking, and even violence. So, Matt, how do you navigate around somebody who comes to you with these really negative behaviors when you're around somebody?
Well, I think everything, just like everything else, it starts with awareness, right? And being able to identify it early. I think we all have an internal radar for that bullshit, frankly. But it's just being able to acknowledge it and know it, and being able to call people out, in an acceptable way. Conflict can be good. So I don't mind calling people out on their bullshit. Asking questions is the best way, in my opinion, to get people maybe to see a little bit of what they're carrying is not helpful. And I think John has said it before. It's like, just get those people out of your life, man.
Yeah.
Like find it and get away from it. So
animals are really good at picking that shit out in people.
Yes.
Our big pit is like so. I mean, he is so protective of Terry. It's unbelievable. And there's been a few times where someone came with it, like, I don't know, 10 feet. And dude, he turned into this creature. I was like, fuck, I am scared of this motherfucker.
Yes.
I mean, it was like, I did not, literally, I don't think I could have stopped him if he wanted to do what he was going to do.
Well, you know what's happened too, guys, is that social media has amplified people's dark traits as well. Because I
agree with that.
If you put something there, Johnny, and then you get reinforced. So you put something out there, you're kind of like having some fun with it, perhaps. Somebody reinforces your behavior. What are you going to do it again?
More of it.
So, you get a platform for it, right? So it has, the research has also suggested that social has accelerated the shift in the world around these dark traits of human beings. And I will admit, guys, in my journey of life, there's some of these where I don't like parts of myself. And John, I got to ask you, brother, too. I know you're okay to stand here with your pants down as well. I got to think there were times in your journey of life you were just a big dick, too. And I don't think I'm wrong.
100%. When I was, it was when I was kind of learning who I was. I didn't know who I was yet.
Yes.
And, it's like, I think there's so many dimensions of that. But, once you kind of become, more comfortable with yourself, like in athletics, here's an interesting, it's kind of surface, but you see it.
Yeah.
So the guys that are still trying to find their way, in many cases, granted, the ones that are just coming, they're doing everything they can to try to suck information. But then once they're lifting off, now they're in this kicking and scratching and fighting to get to that top. Very different, generally speaking, of course, very different creature than the guy who's already sitting on top. The guy that's sitting on top, he's relaxed. He knows who he is. He's found his way. So think of that being an athlete. It's kind of like life. When you're still trying to find out who you are, is very different than once I know pretty damn well who I am. I know I'm always changing. I understand my strengths, my weaknesses.
Yes.
Most people that know me will say, he's difficult, not difficult like I'm hard to get along with, but I'm difficult in that this is what I'm doing. And, like when people say, oh, yeah, you're coming in town, come and stay with me. I'm like, do you want me digging around in your kitchen at 3 a.m.? Do you know what you're signing up for? And I'm not saying that some people say it's not a problem, but for the most part, I've just become a creature that's very different. And I understand that and I accept it and I'm okay with it. And before you understand who you are, and especially before you accept it, it's really easy to get moving down the wrong path because you might think that's who you are. And there was periods where I could say I was just kind of I wasn't a nice human being.
Johnny, I
should
can
go away again, or am I good?
No, you're good. Yeah, Maddie, I'm going to come to you in a quick second on this because I can relate to that, Johnny. I know in my journey of life, I've had to go through my divorce. I've had to spend thousands of dollars in my own mirror having conversations to acknowledge that some of my dark tendencies has made me who I am today. There was points in my life, Johnny, Maddie, I was a dick, right? I was kind and I wasn't difficult, but I know there were times that I was not probably kind to people around me, or because I was scrapping and clawing to get to where I wanted to get to, Anderson, right? And I was like, man, anybody in my way, I'm fucking getting through you. Maddie, I see you nodding there, right? And that's,
buddy.
And I had to go through my shit to see that there was a better version of me. And it was a journey, but I can say that, I had to acknowledge what I was in order to become who I am today. And I'm proud of who I am today. And I look at my kids and I say to my kids, I'm proud of who I am. Johnny, like yourself, I am proud of who I am when I look in the mirror now. I know who I am. I'm accepting who I am, and I like who I am. Maddie, I think you can relate to this, can't you?
Yeah, I can. I can absolutely relate to it. I've been through my own journey of being a dick, of using substances to hide my own insecurities, and I think that's where it comes from. When you find your purpose and you know who you are, those insecurities get released, and you no longer need to behave the way you are to feed your ego, right? And I'm pretty sure there's a biological situation going on too with some of that stuff, right? When you're insecure, you're more stressed, and so when you're more stressed, you have cortisol responses. Your brain goes nuts, and you do shit that you wouldn't do under normal circumstances.
Yeah.
And so it all starts with self-awareness, self-acceptance, reduction of stress, realizing perspective. It's not that big of a deal. Look at what's really going on in the world. And I think at least that's been my journey. I can't talk for anybody else. I've seen it. My journey of finding purpose and letting go of some of those insecurities about myself allows me to wear this hat and no tooth on a television show because I'm confident within myself, right?
I love it.
That's my story. I can get it on and on, but I'm pretty sure it's biological, and it starts with self-acceptance.
Yeah. Hey, you're hanging out with Keith and Matt here on Mornings Live with Keith and John and Maddie Roof and AJ Seglin, producer Jimmy, producer Melissa, the whole gang here behind the scenes. We get after it daily. 8 o'clock Eastern time. Most importantly, we get after it even earlier now, 7:30 Eastern time. Matt Roof, Kindness Rising, right here on the network. A way to get up with positive. I was tuning into Maddie's show today. I was in the gym lifting. I got a positive vibe, and truthfully, actually, I think it was Maddie's positive message which inspired me to get up for that extra hit today. I was like, yeah, fuck, I got 10 minutes. I'm gonna go after. I was feeling really good. So guys, I would really encourage you to not only subscribe but tune into Maddie's show here. He's committing to it daily, 7:30 Eastern time, Kindness Rising with Matt Roof. Hey guys, what happens if we make noises in the bedroom? Wow. I got
From the science behind why making noise in bed tonight can boost your relationship.
Well,
Yeah, you heard that right.
What if the most powerful tool for transforming your intimate relationships has been right under your nose this whole time, but you've been too quiet to use it? Most men struggle with authentic communication in their most vulnerable moments, missing out on deeper connection and satisfaction because they've been conditioned to hold back their natural expressions. Leading sex therapists and relationship researchers have discovered that one simple change in how we express ourselves can dramatically enhance pleasure, build emotional intimacy, and create the kind of authentic connection every man craves. Today, we're diving deep into the science behind authentic expression and giving you practical strategies to unlock this transformative power. Get ready to discover what real intimacy looks like when you stop holding back.
Good morning, John Jacob Jinglehammer Smith, all the way from Friday from Oregon. Good to have you on the show here, brother. Always love having you on the show just so I can say your name out loud as I struggle through it. Have you ever wondered, Matt Roof? I know you haven't, Roofy. I know, Maddie, I know producer Jimmy has them. Why some people, speaking of producer Jimmy, we know he had a tough day yesterday. We're going to get into that conversation later on today on the show. Have you ever wondered why some people are loud in bed while others keep quiet? Well, I got some information around the fascinating world of making noise during sex, revealing what sex therapists say about vocalizing that can supercharge pleasure, connection, and confidence. And here's why it matters, Maddie. Vocalizing during intimacy isn't just about expressing pleasure. No, it's a powerful form of communication that can, Maddie, I don't want to turn Lady Drew on if I make those noises here, so it's a powerful form of communication that can enhance emotional bonds, improve sexual experiences, and even lead. Oh, we got AJ Zeglin joining the conversation. I know he's eager to get into this one. Considering, Maddie, he's a mind fuel expert, performance mentor. Jimmy, what the hell? Bring on Zeglin, man. We got to bring on Zeglin for this conversation. AJ, Adam, Joseph, we are having the most important conversation of 2025 right now. Are you ready for it?
Perfect. Well, I first of all, sorry I'm late. I got hung up. I got hung up in the gym there. But I just logged on, and before the video came on my screen, all I had was the audio, and it was just you moaning, and I wasn't sure exactly what I was walking into here.
Speaking of AJ being hung up and Keith moaning, we are referring to conversations around how, AJ, vocalizing during intimacy isn't just about expressing pleasure. It's a powerful form of communication. Listen, there are folks that express loud volume in the bedroom, and there are folks that don't. And today we're digging into why expressing oneself in the bedroom increases intimacy. Because AJ, research and sex therapists reveal that several compelling reasons to vocalize during intimacy. Communication. Sounds provide essential feedback, letting your partner know exactly what's working. Let's talk about it, guys. This seems so obvious, but it's not obvious for everybody. Johnny kicked off the conversation earlier today. He's like, hey, man, you're getting after with somebody and they're just laying there. There's not a lot of fun with it. AJ, starting with you, man. Talk about the power of communication in the bedroom. And I got to ask, because any dude or woman come to me and say, hey, man, my wife or my husband doesn't make any sounds?
No, so I've never had anyone come to me with that. But I will say just it's all about communication, right? And we talk about communication all the time here, and how really that's at the foundation of every relationship. So obviously there's different types of communication in different scenarios in our relationship, and there is communication that happens in the bedroom.
Yes.
And which would be equally as important to how we communicate at any other time of the day with our partner, right? So it's
what a great example, actually. When you lay it out that way, what a great example. Because we as partners struggle as it is to communicate as we go through life together. And if we can bring it back just to the bedroom, Johnny, you often talk what you've said so many times where it's really important that Terry's satisfied and Terry's happy, and then you're like, then it's myself. But that comes through communication, and what we're talking about, these sounds, is communicating. Jon Andersen.
Well, of course, we're talking about the bedroom, but I'm like, for example, when Terry makes me something to eat that's really good,
yeah,
I'm gonna make all sorts of fucking crazy sounds because that's, oh my God, this is amazing, honey. She loves that shit. It's because these sounds are communication. Just like, moaning in the bedroom.
Yes.
So, it's a whole different dimension of, sound is one of our ways of communicating. Well, movement too. So it goes through everything. So when you're in the bedroom with someone and they're making lots of really cool sounds and they're moving around a lot because what you're doing is making them squirm, very different experience than if you got someone just laying there. I don't know who likes that. Other than what are those weirdos that dig people up out of the graveyard and they have sex with dead people? That's the guy that likes the person that doesn't move.
Yes.
Necrophilia.
There we go. Yeah. So if you're a necro, this conversation is not for you.
Johnny, did you notice that AJ and Matt couldn't get that word out quick enough? It's like they both competed to say it first. It's like,
I missed that.
I felt like I was on like Celebrity Jeopardy. I was like tapping my button, just waiting. I know the answer. I know this one.
The question is, why do we know it, right? There's a lot of
Maddie. What also happens with sounds with communications, our confidence increases, right? So when we're making sounds in the bedroom, our partner might have more confidence because there's that illusion or reality that we're happier. Thoughts on that?
So there's a couple things that come to my mind with this. Was you use the word illusion, right? So it's another way of if it's not genuine, it can be manipulated, right? I think of that scene in When Harry Met Sally, right? Kind of thing. So for me, it's about the fact that it's genuine, right? And you can again, just like the bullshit meter when you're talking to someone who's being an egomaniac or whatever. There's a bullshit meter in the bedroom too. We've all been there, I think. I know I've been on both sides of that coin. Like, I'm enjoying this, but I'm really not.
Yes.
But, so, and the other thing that comes to my mind is there's a reason why we call sex sensual, because we're taking it in with all of our senses, and our voice, our ability to speak and communicate is part of that. A part of those senses. It's feeling, it's smelling, it's touching, all those things. So. I don't know where I'm going with this necessarily, but that's the word that came to my mind is sensual, and it's because it's all the senses are involved.
Well, here's another angle we got to think about too. These sounds, like, for example, when I was coaching athletes, right? Sometimes I'd have to pull someone to the side, and I would do it in private. I would say, listen, you're either going to make sounds like that weight is killing you, or you're killing it. It will make a difference. So which sounds are you going to make?
Oh, interesting.
The sounds we make, like if I'm attacking a weight, I'm not going to sound like I'm getting crushed by the weight. I'm sounding like I'm crushing the weight because it puts me in that state. So it's even the sounds that we make can even be really helpful for ourselves.
That's interesting. AJ, there's been some folks that would bitch about sounds in the gym. People making sounds in the gym. AJ, would you?
Yeah, I was one of the people that were bitching about.
Interesting. Yeah. But yet you're getting after it. So somebody who's complaining about sounds in the gym seems ridiculous to me. Zeglin, thoughts on that? Oh, did AJ freeze on us? Oh, yeah, there he is.
Yeah. Sorry, it's kind of freezing up on me here. It's getting a little glitchy, but I think I got most of your question. The sounds, as Jon was saying, and are they in line with what we're trying to accomplish and what we're trying to do, right? So I think it's like anything in life. I think there's probably context is always important, right? And I know we say that a lot, but there's some people in the gym that I've seen that I think were making sounds because they were just, you can tell they're completely locked in the moment. All of their energy, all of their presence is just right in that current present moment, just trying to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish. It's genuine, authentic. I know that word gets thrown around a lot. And then there's also probably people that are just doing it to want to try to draw some sort of attention to themselves, right? And be, I think that's probably kind of what Matt was talking about too, even in the bedroom. There's a genuine authenticity when someone's really allowed themselves to just exist in that moment and enjoy it. And then there's also some people that are probably just almost acting in a way to try to get something else out of it, or, try to draw attention to themselves. So, I think it's like most things in life. It just really depends on the individual person in the context of the situation. But yeah, I mean, I think we've all finished a heavy set in the gym before and had some type of sound come out of our mouth when we put that bar down, or when we re-rack it, or even when we're grinding out the last rep or two.
Or even grinding out the first rep.
Yeah, I think I think it kind of helps get you kind of locked in. And Matt made a very good point with the senses, right? When you're looking from the world of psychology, they always talk about mindfulness, this idea of mindfulness, and like, what is it? How do we get there? All it is just existing at that current moment. So just being present in the current moment. This doesn't mean we have to be meditating to do that, right? If we're in the bedroom having sex and we have engaged all of our senses, which is the best way to be mindful, then sex is a mindfulness exercise. When we're in the gym lifting weights, all of our attention just goes to moving that weight, lifting weights is a mindfulness exercise. These things that already happen in our life are practices in mindfulness, right? Because all of our senses, it's just the feel of the bar in our hands, right? Or the feel of the, touching our partner, right? And the sounds that are made, and the smells, right? The smell in the gym, the smell in the bedroom, all of these things, they just create this experience for us that just allow us to exist right in that moment and not thinking about anything that happened before, might happen in the future. We're just existing, enjoying the moment. You find that in the gym and in the bedroom.
I mean, you can't, when you're under a weight that will break you, if you're not paying attention, you have no choice but to be completely there. And that's how I learned to be present, because as my young mind was going every which fucking direction, I would even be doing this in the warm-ups. But as soon as I got to a weight that I'm like, holy shit, this is going to kick my ass, it had my attention. It'd almost be like, if you were somehow to get into an altercation on the street, you're not thinking about your problems. You're thinking about, fighting or running. There's nothing else in your mind at that moment. And that is like pure presentness.
We're talking about increasing pleasure in the bedroom by communicating by using sounds. AJ is dropping some nuggets here. AJ, I know you got to rock and roll here. I want to drop something with you in a couple minutes about the ocean. But before we do that, wrapping this up on the sex and sound conversation. AJ, you talk about mindfulness and so forth. I got a conversation coming up for us next week about people who struggle with ADHD and how it impacts them in the bedroom. And something you said here about trying to create presence and being mindful. The article the research I found for next week talks about making sounds to create presence and make yourself present. Because if your mind is wandering about the squirrel over there or wondering what's happening over there, you might not be being present in the bedroom and to have a fulfilling experience. So we're going to talk about that next week. But AJ, what you said really resonated, because it's hard to be present. And I'll tell you, in my journey, I showed you guys my elastic band back in the early days as a young man. Right. Yeah. That elastic band, AJ, is what helped me be present to create an erection as a young boy, because my mind was so fucking squirrely. I was so caught up in my own insecurities. The pile of kittens was always getting in the way. So the elastic would make me present.
Right.
Yeah. So, hey, AJ, I know you're afraid of the ocean, and Johnny is as well. Well, I found something that
hold on. I've kind of, I never was really afraid of the ocean per se. I was afraid of big vessels in the ocean. Like if I fell off a dock, in between a dock and a fucking cruise ship, it'd be everything I have to stay calm.
Well, and whenever I look at oceans conversations, I'm always eager to bring my brother in because I like to have fun with him. But in 2020, this year, researchers wanted to study, AJ, how large animal carcasses are consumed in the deep sea. So you know what they did? They dropped a cow more than 1,600 meters down to the seafloor in the South China Sea. Well, brother, what surprised them, Roofy, what surprised them was that several Pacific sleeper sharks, rarely ever seen on camera and in the region, showed up. Jimmy, let's throw this little video here on the screen to show AJ and Johnny what happens underneath the water to give them confidence to want to be able to jump into the ocean in the future. That's so we learn what a cow looks like when you go 1,600 meters down the ocean there, Maddie. So Maddie, just up the road there, off just over in the ocean there to the east of you. They drop this down there, and you'll see the sharks down there. So AJ, I thought about you when I put this segment together. It was really important that, I really want to continue building your confidence to be able to go to the ocean one day.
Yeah. Hey, man. I have rules for the ocean. If my feet can touch the bottom, then I'm in the ocean. Once my feet don't touch the bottom anymore, there's a great fear / respect I have for the ocean. I respect its.
I want to jump in right there, brother. I was with you, and I had the same, only because I grew up on the water, so I had so much time to keep going in and getting in. If my feet were touching, like, what's down there? I was always pulling my feet up. But you do something enough, and it goes away. So I know in you just haven't had enough time in the water to get past that.
I don't know. I mean, like a beach is okay, but again, like if I'm out in the middle of the ocean, there is no way I'm getting off that boat unless it's sinking, I guess. But people are like, oh, great, we took a boat out to the middle of nowhere and we just jumped in and went for a swim. Like, I did not.
Do you remember the movie The Black Stallion? Right, it was this boy and a horse. That ship sank. Oh, and he was in the water, just like we're talking about. And for some reason, I resonated with that boy a lot. The boy and the horse. I had fucking nightmares about that scene for fucking months. It was unbelievable. So I know what you're talking about. When I was young, I was petrified of that idea. And then the ship going down made it even worse. Like, what's that big fucking thing under the water? What else is down there?
Oh, yeah. The funny thing was the first time I took a transatlantic flight over the Atlantic Ocean. I'd never flown over the ocean before. And my big concern in my mind was not that, like, what if the plane goes down? It wasn't scary to me if the plane crashes. It was like, oh shit, like what if the plane crashes in the ocean, right? Now I'm going to be floating in the ocean. Like, I just assumed I would survive the plane crash, and the scariest part to me was like, hey, I'm going to be floating out in the middle of the ocean. This is the most terrifying thought I can possibly have. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Hey guys, John Mornings Live with Keith and Friends here with AJ Zeglin, Matty Roof, Jon Andersen, and myself, Keith Bilous. We get after every single day here at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. AJ joins the show here Monday, Wednesday. AJ's on the show all the time, and we're a big. He's just part of the crew here. Holroyd coming with AJ's in the house and so forth. AJ, what do you got going on this weekend, brother? As we wrap up with you, I know you got to get back at it. What do you got going on this weekend, pal?
Yeah, I'm redoing the stucco on my house.
Oh,
so super fun.
Oh yeah.
I gotta go today after I'm done in the gym and go pick up all the quickcrete finish, and then go pick up a few supplies, and then I'm hoping to bang it out in one weekend. I just got to redo the whole stucco on the outside. Took the old stuff down, put the scratch coat up, and then now we're redoing the stucco. So it's a big job, but it will look nice when it's done.
Roofy, your expression said it all. I can see you are you're just
that's when I make a phone call. You know anybody who knows how to do stucco? Because that is not for me. I mean, I'd try it. I try anything, but I know I would fuck it up.
What about you, Anderson? What do you got going this weekend, brother? We're going to work towards wrap up our conversation. What do you got going this weekend, brother?
Oh, fuck, man. Today's the first day I'm back.
I can tell. It took 5 fucking days, man. So I know next time that it's going to take Jimmy, just note, man, when Johnny's got something going on, we know we're going to have sleeper John for 4 days.
Yeah, I mean, that was, I mean, keep looking back at last year, it was the same thing.
Yes.
And, it's just, I don't drink. I drink once a year, so, but either way, so the fact that I'm back, I don't give a shit what the name of the day is. I'm just doing my thing, baby.
I love it. What about you, Roofy? What do you got going on this weekend, pal?
We don't have much, actually. Thank God, finally. It's been a rough week, great week, but just a long week for us. We welcomed 2 new pets into our house. Heather and I got out 3 times this week. We went to a show last night, an awesome show. We went to a baseball game. We went out. So we're actually looking forward to having a little bit of alone time or downtime here at the house. Nothing on the calendar except thinking about what next week we're going to bring on Kindness Rising probably. But we had a hell of a week here, and we're just going to have a little chill time this weekend.
Yeah, Johnny AJ last Friday I was talking to Maddie, and he's like, yeah, I just had a bad experience. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, I just ran over a nest of rabbits. I'm like, what?
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. I mean, my sympathetic senses were just like I had to get out, like, and then I had to deal with it because I knew it was right in my front yard, honestly, and I knew that if I left,
Yeah, I was going to ask, where do you find it? You don't find a nest of rabbits on the freeway or on a paved road.
Right. So here's the story. We in February we had 2 huge pine trees removed from the front of my house. So I'm growing grass around where those pine trees were, and I let the grass grow up to get healthy. And somehow, somewhere along the way, rabbits came in there and planted their babies. And I'm like, oh, it's time to mow the grass down. I hit this thing, it goes, like you hear the fucking grind. It was awful. It was just brutal. You know, there's 3 or 4 little babies, and they're all struggling. And I'm like, oh my God, like, how do I put these things out of their misery? And it was not a pleasant experience. Then I had to go for a walk and you know, clear my head and handle these things. And where the hell am I going to put these carcasses? And it was disgusting.
The opposite of kindness rising with Matthew Roof, Matthew the Murderer.
Yeah, I mean, to me, my like I said, my sympathetic systems just went into. I didn't quite get to the point where I was crying, but I texted Heather. I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking devastated. I don't know. Like I had to get a moment, you know.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, listen, I think we're gonna work towards walking AJ out of the lab here this morning, brother. Good week with you, man. Looking forward to hanging out with you next week as well. Got a bunch of big conversations and topics, and as you can see, we're continuing to increase the production quality of the show and so forth. And you know, we had some challenges with producer Jimmy yesterday, so he was Jimmy had a tough 24 hours, but he's back at it here today, having some fun.
Hey, real quick, Keith, what are you doing this weekend? I feel like you ask everyone, no one asks you. You know,
it's my job to be the host. What am I doing this weekend? I'm excited, man. I'm creating. Yeah, I'm creating. I'm in the never quit world of building something from scratch and building an empire. I'm sitting down with some new tools this weekend and building some stuff fun next week. Lauren's off this weekend to the lake with Brookie, and I think the kids are also doing some stuff. So old dad here is going to get after it and do what he loves, which is creating. I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I'm going to do a lot of creating.
Hey, while you're finishing up what you're talking about, I know we're going to hang for a little bit after they're gone. I got to piss real quick, so I'm not going to have a good conversation once they're gone. So cut me loose real quick.
Go for a piss, Johnny. Yeah, you go for a piss. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. So that's what I'm doing, AJ. I'm going to get after it. I'll be around here. If you want to break during your stuccoing, you're welcome to take a ride to Headingley and come grab a pop with me or so forth or whatever it is. But yeah, I'm going to create. I'm going to have some fun with my tools so I can continue to create more content and build this platform. I'm excited about it, actually. So
awesome. Cool.
Yeah. The world is moving so fast, man. I was having this conversation with Carter last week. I was like, we were talking about creating and having fun and joy. And I was like, dude, I said, when somebody's out there, pick something. When somebody's out there golfing for 6 hours, I'm out there 6 hours getting ahead of that guy building. So so I'm a competitive guy when it comes to business. Yes. Right. So I'm Kobe in the gym while that guy out there is I'm shooting. So I can, that's just me. It's how I've always, AJ, that's how I've always been, man.
Oh, so. Yeah. No, yeah, I know for sure. Absolutely.
So no, I'm not stuck going, but I do have some grass to cut today that I'm looking forward to doing. I like it's fun.
Don't hit any rabbits. And I got a little bit of advice for you. Not that I'm a basketball player. It's not this. It's this.
Oh yeah, don't tell Adam Holland because I was teased by my roofie. Dude, you're supposed to be on my team.
I'm just trying to help. You got to get some loft on it.
Oh, this doesn't work. This
limp wrist and this.
Speaking of, I don't know why this is reminding me of, guys, quickly before you both go, I feel like we can relate to this. Well, Anderson will as well. But hey, did you guys see the brand new Home Sweet Home video with Motley Crue and Dolly Parton? True story.
No.
What?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, I'd like to see that. I love
Motley Crue? Is it like Vince Neil 2025 or is it integrated from their song in '86 or whenever it was?
Great question, Rufy. All I'm going to say is go watch the video, boys, because it's not, sorry, Vince, it's not fat Vince. It's young, good-looking, handsome Vince.
Oh, my God.
Vince that was getting action with sounds in the bedroom. Probably not Vince today that's not getting many sounds in the bedroom. So he sounds awesome. He looks awesome. And Dolly Parton is in it, too. So, Johnny, I don't know if you saw it either, man, but I know we grew up, too, with the crew. But Motley Crue dropped the Home Sweet Home single with Dolly Parton. It is fucking awesome. Yeah.
Very cool. You know, it's funny. Those guys, when they were apart, they couldn't do much. But together, everybody fucking loves them.
Yes, I know, right? I know. Anderson, you strike me as somebody that would just be part of that crew. And I'm like, I mean, like, it just, you know what I mean, AJ and Matt? Like, he strikes me as somebody that would be, and not the debauchery, but kind of like the bodyguard, the guy that's kind of, like, you kind of strike me as somebody who would have been around that era as you were growing up. True story, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think, I don't know. I mean, I liked him, but I was never one of these dudes who, like, was so, like, die hard for any rock group or any, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know, some people like with you guys, when you're talking about your hockey team, it's we, right? Yeah. Yes. I've never been a we guy, if that makes sense. And even with music, I like it, but I don't take the identity, so to speak, you know?
Yeah, I get you. Hey, we got Fit Presenter joining us. What's going on there, Mike? Johnny, Fit's got some for you. Bring the radio mic with you, John. Yeah, I'm not sure where. Maybe that was when you go for a piss. Yes, of course. Time for a Frank Drebin moment.
I can hear you guys. You just can't. I just can't speak.
Good one there. Fit. And we got our B Drive coming in with let's create some designs at some point. Yes, I can see Johnny in security shirt front row. I agree. I absolutely agree with you, Bernard. I can see Johnny there just handling.
Let me fucking tell you right now. There's no fucking way at any point in my life you're going to catch me doing something like that. You know what I mean? Even when I was pathetic, I still had more. It was like, okay, I wanted to be the guy on the fucking stage. So I wasn't going to be the one, out front. Yes. You know what I mean? It was like, I'd rather not go.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'd rather be on stage too. I want to be on stage. I don't want to be on there. So anyways, Jimmy, let's walk out AJ and Maddie. I think those guys probably got to rock.
I swear in the name of John, Mornings in the Lab is the greatest morning show on YouTube.
True motherfucking story.
Baby, true motherfucking story. Mornings in the Lab with Keith and friends. In the name of John. True motherfucking story. 8 o'clock Eastern time. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, Marty, Matty Roof, AJ Zeglin. 7:30. We're getting after it here today. Zeglin, I love you, brother. Have yourself an awesome weekend. Good luck with the stucco. Don't fall off the ladder. And like I said, if you want to get out of the heat and hang out for a little bit, come on down here for a ride. And we'll catch up.
Thanks, gentlemen. Good to see you.
Have a great day, brother. Have a good loop, AJ. Good to see you.
All right. We got AJ out, and we're gonna unless Roofy wants to hang around here, but Roofy, I imagine you're gonna get out of here as well, here, pal.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna go start preparing for next week. Right, Kindness Rising, 7:30 a.m. Monday through Friday.
Yeah,
we're not gonna stop creating. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're gonna come up with this weekend, Keith, and maybe we can leverage it into Kindness Rising and some of those other shoulder shows that we're gonna be building with people when they come join the network and start their own live shows.
Johnny, you know what I love about Matty? He's getting after it every single day here. Not that he didn't before, but I love the public accountability of it, right? Because there's power in it, isn't it, Matty? And there's a pressure in it, right? There's a reality behind it, right? Like, holy fuck, I got to get to bed because I got to get up the next day.
Yeah, I love that. And I actually love showing people how the sausage is being made a little bit and showing my work. This morning I woke up at, I posted a video at 6:30 with my hair and my tooth, and I'm out here, doing it. And so I think showing that is a way of leading by example and action. I love what I'm doing here. Keith, you've been a huge, huge influence. I am grateful.
Awesome. All right, Roofy, we'll see you later, pal.
Guys.
Yeah, have a good one, brother.
Have a great day, brother.
And Johnny, our beloved regular here, who Bernard just wants to clarify himself. Didn't mean it as an insult. I meant how effective your presence, Jon Andersen, alone.
I appreciate that, brother. It's very, very fucking difficult to insult me.
If there's one thing we've learned, it is that. Yes. And you know what? And I actually, let's talk about that, because that is a skill that not all of us have. And I will say to you that
brother,
Oh, there you go. You're locking up there for a second. It comes from, I believe it comes from accepting who you are, but also not worrying about what others think.
Yeah, that's a huge piece of it. When you stop worrying about what other people think, and I think part of that process is to think to yourself, this other person, am I going to give them the power to alter my mood?
Yes.
No, I'm not going to give that power. If something is going to alter my mood, it's not going to be. I'm not surely not going to. It's going to be something that happens that's out of my control. And accepting someone talking shit, that's a choice.
Yes. Yeah. No, I know. I hear you. I don't. If someone's to insult me, go ahead. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but you got to find your spot. But you said something earlier, which I think strikes to that, is that you found your comfort level in yourself. And once you found that, it's that's the power.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing is, it's like now we live in this world where, see, before social media, right? It was very to receive, hate or dislike was on a very minuscule scale, because there was no way to throw turds at somebody, unless you were in person or maybe an email, but you had to have their email for that. Right. Which I got plenty of those, but then when you come to social media right now, I mean, Jesus Christ, anybody can throw a turd at you. And so it's a really, for someone to decide, okay, I'm going to not care what someone thinks, but they're in this environment where they can get attacked by so many fucking people so quickly. I think in today's time, it's very difficult for someone to get past that. And, people are really swayed by others.
Yes. Well, let's face it, Johnny, it's never been an easier time to attack somebody. And it's never been an easier time to get up and be attacked. Open up your phone, you're a public figure, or even what you and I do every single day. I see the comments too, some of the good, some of the bad. You have to arrive at a space where you're comfortable with it. Listen, when I was building ICUC, I was a public figure, but I was building it publicly. And here in Canada, we were doing some things within the news industry, and some people didn't like what we were doing. Matter of fact, a lot of people didn't like what we were doing. And a lot of people didn't like what I thought I was the decision maker in a lot of things we weren't doing. I got a lot of hate mail, John. I got hate mail with my family. I'm sure some of the things you can relate to, right? I had to learn how to accept it. I had to learn.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, it's a reframing of situations, because here's the thing. If people are not giving you resistance, that means you're going with the flow, because people going with the flow don't get resistance. As soon as you step out of line, you start doing something that's extraordinary. Now you're going to get friction. So I mean, as soon as I reframed it, I was like, you know what? If I'm not taking heat, I'm not fucking growing the way I want to, because I grow against the grain.
It goes back to reframing what I've learned and what I continue to lean into daily. There's no point in putting that energy over there because it doesn't serve me any good. So I'm going to put it over here because I got a choice. I can put it over there. And actually, I think who was it? Was it Ian May? We talked about a couple of days ago, which was like, just why even use that energy to go over there? Like, even if it's a minute, because a minute turns into 2 minutes, turns into 5 minutes. And I know that I the forest fire thing, I still have some fun with it. I'll tell you, in my normal life, though, my regular life outside of the show, I've gotten much better with it. I just don't even lean into it because
and that's it, brother. You just hit it on the head.
Yes. What I do instead is I'll find
because when you lean into it a little bit, I'm sorry, I must have a delay, brother. I keep interrupting you. But when you lean into it a little bit, now it's basically it's a behavior. That little bit turns into a lot very easily.
Oh, it sucks you in. It sucks you right in, man.
Yeah,
it does. And it's easy to suck. We all joke about the wormhole, right? You get into YouTube wormhole, you get into a social media wormhole. It's the same thing. You get into a negative conversation wormhole, and then you find somebody and then they introduce you to their friend who's negative. Next thing you know, 2 weeks you got a month of new friends that are all negative. You're like, what the hell just happened here? I met these dudes at the gym. I thought they were great, but then time goes by. You're like, wait a minute, I've changed because these motherfuckers have had influence on me. You know what I mean? Like, I know you know exactly what I mean.
100%, 100%. You have to be really careful. I mean, it's like, it's because it just, I don't know. It's like, for me, I can only truly speak for myself. As soon as I start to acknowledge any type of negativity, that just that little sliver of acknowledgement turns into a huge piece of the pie really fast. So it's all or nothing for me.
Yes. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. Hey, Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John here, getting after 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Right here. Real quick, I hear you proposing.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
But, just working on it, right? Just continuing to work the. So I know you can appreciate the way that I communicate and you hear things in between lines. I know you can just appreciate the direction we're heading.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's all progress over perfection, right? It's just 1% better every single day, right? So it's just
it's just kind of like one of those things where you're going to have to get down on your knee and ask me if I'll accept this title, and we'll have to make a live event out of it.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
I mean, come on,
Oh my God. Oh, no. You guys want to go on our conversation? You guys got some ideas for that? 431-300-3005. My boss wants to hear from you guys. 431-300-3005. And you may have missed the conversation I was having earlier with some fun around you, but this is not a Dom submission relationship. Keith and Johnny. This is not a Dom and sub or a top and bottom. No, we're equals at the party. I moan, Johnny moans. I talk, John talks. It's a tennis match back and forth. And Johnny doesn't know that the question AJ is like, what are you doing this week? And I'm creating. And I might be creating some come play with me content. We'll just have to see what happens, Johnny. You never know. Or unmasking of the Yeti.
That's it. That's exactly right.
Yeah. I was working on that last. Sorry, go ahead, please.
I was going to say, as I think this through, as I imagine how we could turn this into kind of a fun public thing, I don't think you actually have to get down on the knee. I think you're low enough already.
Oh, you know what's funny, man? I made something yesterday with this big dude, and then the videos I'm making with In the Name of John. True motherfucking story. Well, I have one I made yesterday where there's the big guy, and then this little micro person runs up and makes the reveal, and it's I will
Oh, dude, you're getting good at that stuff, brother.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, we're creating some good shit. And actually next week I got some stuff to talk about when it comes to AI and weaving into the world. And it's funny because I was texting Bannister last week. I was like, dude, you got to get back to work, man. I'm eager to talk about how fast the world's changing. Perplexity. So just to nerd out with you for a quick second, because you're the business side of things. So yesterday, Perplexity, one of the big AI engines, launched a browser, and I've been using it. And it's just so clear to me how the world's changing away from Google, man. Like, so, we grew up with, so you know, oh, man. Oh, like, it's just so obvious how it's happening now because I bring it up because you and I we can relate to when the world moved from encyclopedia to dictionaries to Google. Because we both remember Google showed up. You're like, oh yeah, Google. Remember that? True story, right? And it was like, oh my God, it changed my life. Well, and then it literally changed everything. Well, I can start to see it now here again. So it might be time for Keith and John to do some fax machine AI training here in the next couple of weeks to bring you up to speed on a few things that I know you can benefit in your world. So, hey, speaking of your world, for a couple minutes here, what's shaking with Jon Andersen University? Just to plug that out for you, brother.
Yeah. No, it's going well. I mean, we're just kind of launching it. Obviously, we're getting the website the website's functional, but we're getting it all tied up because obviously part of the university is to teach people about peptides and how to use them and how to dose them, but also to give them a source that's safe. And so that's the second half of the equation. So hopefully this weekend, that whole part of it will be completely tied up. I mean, it's functional, but I want it to be running smoother. But ultimately, it's been a great project, and for me to be able to share my experiences, how they've helped me, and also the other guy that I have in the university with me, Travis. He's got a lot of Travis Ortmeyer. He was a world level athlete too. For us to share our experience and what worked for us then helps people understand how they can use them, because it's like the world of peptides, for people that understand, it's just so interesting in the fact that it's like these little signals to the body saying, hey, body, burn a little more fat for me. Or, hey, body, let's not put extra inflammation in those knees. So it's like a way to signal the body to be at a higher level of existence. And, you keep in mind, here's an interesting one. People don't know. Creatine is a peptide.
Yes. I did not know that, but no, actually I did. I was reading a little bit, and I guess maybe it got me kind of curious about peptides because actually that's what it was that because creatine, we all know about it, we talk about it, it's in the news, people are leaning into it. But then there's this disclarity around what are peptides. So it's nice to kind of bring that together. But I throw this out there, guys. So if you want to connect with Jon, Jon's got an immense source of knowledge around all of that. So I would encourage you guys to check out Jon's website there and just connect with Jon Andersen.
Yeah, the easiest way to find it, I put it as a highlight on my Instagram. So you go to the highlights, you can just click one of the highlights. It takes you right there.
Awesome. And guys, connect with Johnny on LinkedIn as well. John's is increasing his presence on the LinkedIn platform as well. But Johnny, looking at
I think I'm going to probably put this there too. What do you think, brother? Should I put this? I was thinking about putting my Peptide University as one of my businesses because it is on LinkedIn. I just got to get in there and, I'm not quite as fluent with adjusting my LinkedIn profile.
I absolutely would. And if I can help, I absolutely do that. Got some comments here coming from you. We got Bernard going in. Oh, Bernard, doesn't the man propose traditionally? Yes. So we're Bernard, we're curious to know who's going to propose here, whether it's going to be me or Johnny. But, and then what if your character can hold the face on a stick in front of the Yeti? Well, we're working on that too, Bernard. I got some funny stuff with that. And then Holroyd, yes, a browser. Yeah. Perplexity launched a browser. ChatGPT, OpenAI is launching a browser next week. So the browser wars are going to be back. So there's going to be an OpenAI browser coming out. And when that stuff comes out, I will talk, I will share, I will do what I can to educate you guys on all that stuff so I can help your guys' world become much better. And then Johnny coming back with Bernard saying, beware of state regulations on the word university and the legalities of the business aspect a lot. Apparently Bernard learned firsthand, perhaps learned hard about that. So maybe that, Bernard, if you got some information to share with Johnny, I would invite you guys to do that. And then lastly, Holroyd knows Travis. I love Travis, smart guy and hilarious. Maybe he doesn't know him, but Travis Oppenheimer.
He's every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time when we do our live stream where we do Peptide of the Week video. It's 30 minutes where we basically break it down and talk about our experience with it. So check it out, brother.
Awesome.
Here's a question though, brother. Check it out. Quick question. So it's really to our loyal fan, our loyal audience here, I should say. Yeah. Do they understand what the proposal is for?
I don't know if they do. They do. I don't think they do.
Because you've teased it a few times, but I only fucking caught it because we had a brief conversation about it.
Well, it's
way back when. So does anybody there know what the proposal is about? If you do, put it up in the chat. I'm curious to know. I mean, it would be really, if they understand this, they are fucking listening closely. Holy shit.
Very closely. Yeah. Well, if anybody's paying very close attention, I know there's three people that pay immense attention. Lady Drew I get comments. Lady Drew's awesome. I'll get a LinkedIn comment from her. She'll be like, you guys said this. And I'm like, no, hold on. Clarify. She's awesome. She shows up very engaged and she's always holding us accountable. If there's anything, I know Lady Drew is holding us accountable. Holroyd's showing up all the time. I know Holroyd's listening, doing his shit. I gotta tell you, man, I saw a picture of Holroyd and I started and there's a guy down the street. His name's Jerry. I think it's the same person. I'm like, holy fuck, it's actually the same person. The way they stand, the way they look. And then I know Bernard always pays attention too. So we'll have to see. And as the weekend goes by, we'll kind of tease it up throughout the next week and see if it happens. What's this here? So Brandon Phillips came in here and said, truth, I started my last company in my one-bedroom apartment 17 years later. I had a nice figure exit. It's real. It happens all the time, and there's a method to make it happen. Yeah, it's great. So Brandon was just dropping in with our 25 business lessons idea. Guys, the reality is, there's so many ideas. The hardest thing, Johnny, is to get started.
Good. 100%. That fucking first step is a killer.
It is.
Don Shula sums it up the best. The step that stops most people is the first.
Let's hang on that for a second. I'm going to debate you on that. I wonder if it's the first or if it's actually the third. Go with me here. So,
well, I'm with you. I think once you get past the first, I think there's more people that don't take the first. There's a lot of people that took the first that don't make the third or the fifth for sure. But I think the lion's share of the people are sitting there waiting to take the first. They're waiting for the perfect time, the perfect place, the perfect moment.
Yeah.
When the kids are out of school, when the vacation's over, there's never. I got a little secret for everybody.
No.
There's never a fucking perfect time. It'll never come.
No, but there is. It's right now. Not one.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're waiting for it, you're not waiting. The time is now, because waiting doesn't help.
That's it. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And Bernard, I'm 76% there, brother. I agree. And hey, man, that's why I congratulated Matt publicly, because he's like, I want to do a live morning show. I'm like, all right, it's every single day, and it's a commitment, right? And one day is fun, 1 week is great, but then 2 weeks go by through. It's just you got to get after it, right? So. It's all right. So I gotta get the community corner. I'm gonna walk you out of here. I'm gonna do the community corner with Jimmy, and we're gonna wrap up the show. And if you do have a busy, tied up weekend, if you have some time, I'll drop you a text. Maybe we'll grab a half an hour.
Yeah, let's grab some. Yeah, I mean, I'm productive, but it's just those productive tasks that never end. So it's perfect. I don't have a lot. I have a handful of calls, but we work around those. We're good to go.
I'm the same way. Lauren's out, so I got a lot of flexibility over the weekend too. So I'll shoot you a text. We'll catch up on a few things, and
let's do it.
We'll have some fun. I see Roofy there in the green room as well, just kind of hanging out there doing the shit, waving at us. Yeah, Bernard, you're right, man. The only real time is now. So, all right, brother, Jimmy. I'm Jimmy. Johnny, you have yourself a good one, brother. Lots of love from me to you. Say hi to Terry for me, and I will talk to you over the weekend. Okay, pal?
Have a good look, brother.
All right. Johnny's out of here. Morning's Live with Keith and John and the rest of the gang here, getting after every single day here at 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, X, and my forgotten cousin from another mother, Substack. Jimmy, is it time to get to the segment of the show that we like to call the Community Corner? And I think it sounds maybe a little bit like this.
Community Corner time. Real creators making real waves in the underground scene. These aren't your typical success stories.
So, it's time for the Community Corner, where we connect LinkedIn and Substack on Mornings Live with Keith and friends. What's harder, changing your life or just being honest about how stuck you actually feel? Well, today's stories are proof that you're not the only guy in the room wrestling with real talk, tough routines, or misunderstood science. Let's get after it right now. Why is everybody so scared of the word hard? Hard? I'm serious. Gwendolyn Bounds dropped a post about why the hardest things are usually in the best investments. True story. Turns out most humans are hard and sprint the other way. But what if the return on investment for leaning into discomfort is actually higher than every shortcut and hack out there? Well, Wendy gives us 5, not 4, not 3, but 5 doable discomforts for daily life. Stand at your desk, take the stairs, go without your phone, work in silence, and try walk or run without a plan. This isn't some morning motivation fluff. She's run 54 Spartan races by stacking these tiny challenges, and her entire transformation started with one hard choice. Break the cycle of sameness. Same. Yeah, you do the same things, you get the same results. So the bottom line, Jimmy, if it feels hard, I guarantee you, not probably, I fucking guarantee you it's worth it, right, Bernard? If it's hard, it's worth it. So the next time your brain yells and tells you it's going to be hard, you know what you do? I invite you to lean in, run, move towards it. Because you know what's going to happen? You might surprise yourself. Oh yeah, that is a true mother story. All right. The secret sauce for growing men: stay humble, stay curious. Well, John Gratch. John Gratch on Substack, he says, real leadership is about curiosity and humility, asking the hard questions, listening more than you talk, and keeping your confidence in check. Josh puts it like this: the best leaders keep their courage and their power in check by staying humble. And that's what turns leadership from a one-man show into a true team effort. So if you're stuck thinking you need to have all the answers, maybe the real power is to stay teachable. Maybe it is. Who knows? Back to LinkedIn. Don't puke in the camera. Yeah, I said it. Don't puke in the canyon. And other life lessons from Jared Greer. Who would run to the bottom of the Grand Canyon and back to the top 4 times for the 40th birthday? Jared Greer did. 100 miles, 30 hours, and a whole lot of pain. Yep, true story. But the point isn't the mileage. It's what he learned. Yeah, baby. Getting to the top isn't about one big sprint. It's about not giving up where you're exhausted, frustrated, or flat out sitting on the ground thinking about quitting. He's seen some guys go for far too fast and some guys underestimating the grind, but the only ones who make it are the ones who get up and keep moving no matter how ugly it gets. Yeah, baby, he ties it straight back to business and life. Success is having the guts to climb back up every time. So, next time you hit the wall at work, in your routine, or in your mindset, move. Move. Get up, get after. Don't hit the snooze button, because as Jared says, the only alternative is to stay where you are. Yep. Raise your hand if you think metabolism is raise your hand if you think metabolism is some mysterious force that decides if you're lean or not. I got a 6-pack. My metabolism's great. Yeah. Well, Mike Baer says it's outdated science. He calls metabolism the most misunderstood part of health. You want to wrestle Jon Andersen? Metabolism is how your body uses energy. And while genetics play a part, I was born with my 6-pack abs. It's your muscle movement and habits that matter most. 6-pack abs are built in the kitchen. True story. Enjoy less, sleep less than 7. Blah. If you're going to sleep less than 7 hours, you're killing your metabolism. If you're going to sit all day, you're the same thing. The secret isn't magic supplements or the next fitness gadget. It's eating real whole food, lifting weights, moving throughout the day, getting your sleep, and staying hydrated. Simple, point blank, period, true story. Yep, true mother-in story. Sleep, water, hydrate, get up, get after, get moving. That's it. Get your 6-pack abs. There is your wrap for the Community Corner. Remember, if it feels hard, you're probably on the right track. If you want your story featured, follow us and tag us on LinkedIn and Substack, and let us keep this conversation going. Boys and girls, start your day with momentum, fellas. Ditch the snooze button and own the morning to get after it on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, Marty, AJ, Maddie, and the entire gang on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, right here on LinkedIn, YouTube, and X. All right, moving our attention to the creator spotlights. Jimmy, let's kick it off. Let's get after it.
Ever wonder why some business videos actually stick with you while others make you want to scroll away? Most leaders struggle with creating video content that truly connects. They invest in expensive equipment and polished production, yet their message gets lost in a sea of forgettable corporate speak that fails to inspire action or build genuine relationships. Tiger Joseph discovered this truth filming everyone from presidents to local business owners. His journey from skateboarding kid with a cheap camera to White House filmmaker proved that breakthrough storytelling comes from authentic narrative, not production value. Focusing on personal transformation stories that make your expertise memorable and your message impossible to ignore. Stop playing it safe. Start telling stories that matter. Your audience is waiting.
Joseph. Yeah, sound effect. Surprise, we're celebrating you. What sets Tiger Joseph apart isn't just his eye of the tiger. Hey, baby, eye of the tiger, it's the king of the fight. Loose. Oh, wait a minute. There's my ADHD getting there, Jimmy. What sets Tiger Joseph apart isn't just his eye for video. It's the way he sees. The way he sees the world. He's the kind of guy who finds beauty. He finds beauty in the ordinary. Yes, he does. Who will start a conversation with anyone and who never lost that childhood curiosity. He's into Mongolian throat singing. He reads Emerson, and he cares deeply about what's real, not what's trendy. Whether he's hosting a podcast or hanging out off camera, Tiger brings genuine energy and thoughtfulness everywhere he goes. You can't fake that kind of presence, and you can't fake this kind of entertainment. Tiger,
would love to have you on my show. True motherfucking story. Oh, yep. Would love to bring you on here and celebrate you. Would love to give you the creator spotlight in the community corner to pay it forward for the next community corner and the next creator spotlight on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Getting after it every single day, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So Tyler, this is all about entertainment and education right here on the show. Get up, get after it. Come join me. Come join the conversation. Mornings in the Lab with Keith and friends. The community corner with Tyler Joseph. Yeah. We're celebrating you, Tyler. Having some fun with you too, brother, every single day right here. I want to have you on the show. All right, Jimmy, let's go to the next one. Uncle Keith's having a good old Friday here today. Let's bring the next one up. The next creator spot.
Ever wondered how you break the cycle when you never saw it done right yourself? Most fathers today are stepping into parenthood with more questions than answers. Old mistakes aren't broken. They're simply missing the right support system. Gareth Wall, founder of the Be a Superdad movement, discovered that transformation happens not through preaching, but through listening and asking the questions no one else dares to ask. His approach combines practical strategies with emotional intelligence, helping men rewrite family legacies one conversation at a time. The result? Fathers across the UK are moving from shame-based parenting to confident, connected relationships with their children. Ready to become the father you always wanted to be? Start by asking yourself the hard questions, and then find someone who will listen to the answers.
Hey! I had to get the noise going for you, Mr. Gareth Wall. I had to get the music queued up for you, Mr. Gareth Wall. I had to get the right song queued for you, Mr. Gareth Wall. We're celebrating you. Oh, yeah, baby, we're celebrating you. Gareth Wall isn't just a coach. He's a dad, he's a partner, and a man who learned to slow down for what mattered most. He's the guy who will drop everything, motherfucking everything, for a family walk or a kitchen dance with his kids. Just like Matt Roof. Yeah, Matt Roof, Kindness Rising, 7:30 Eastern time right here on the platform. He's open about his struggles, owning mistakes, laughing at the chaos of parenting. Oh my God, laughing at parenting. Yes. Oh, yes. Gareth listens more than he talks, just like me. Values honesty over image and finds joy in small moments most people rush past. What's Gareth's favorite part of the day? Well, at his core, Gareth is a learner, always looking for ways to grow, connect, and show up with heart. And he's showing other dads how it's done. So, Gareth, I'd love to have you on the show, the big morning show, Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends, getting after it every single day. Bring your super dad attitude, bring your super dad experience so I can hand you the light so you can shine it on somebody in the next community corner on the Creator Spotlight right here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and friends. I'm the Keith. I'm adding a Johnny to it. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Guess what? 2 hours is done. Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Jon. We're wrapping up. Yep, we are. We certainly are. What a great week, guys. Hope you guys had as much fun getting after it as I have, and Johnny has, and AJ has, and well, I'm thinking they have. And I know producer Jimmy has as well. Jimmy had a tough day yesterday, guys. He had a tough one. But we have lots of love for the little man, me, and Jimmy. He's back at it today. He's plugged in. He's all sorted out. And I know we were having fun at Jimmy's expense yesterday as well. So listen, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend loop. Lady Drew to you. Adam Holroyd to you. B-Drive to you. Good time to you. And to everybody else here tuning in, Christopher Martin. Hey, see Marty Finn is over on LinkedIn. Hey, Marty, we were talking about the Black Stallion earlier on the show here, and I was wondering where you were when we were talking about it. Yeah, it came up. The Black Stallion. I was like, oh, that's Marty. I was like, the Black Stallion, Christopher Martin. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Marty, we'll see you on Monday, brother. We'll talk to you over the weekend. Jimmy, get me out of here. Bernard, everybody, we'll see you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Lady Drew, have a wonderful weekend, Loop. We'll see you guys back here on Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern time on the big YouTube, the LinkedIn, the X, the Substack. I'm out of here. Jimmy, I'm walking out, and I'm going to do it just like this. We'll see you guys.
You can join the show live. The number is 431-300-3005. Call, text, or leave a voicemail.
Join the Mornings in the Lab community by hitting subscribe. If you pay, Keith promises to get me better clothes.
It's at the morning.store. Keith, I might as well do everything for you.
I'm out of here.